Hey YouTube, this is Southern Purple One. Today I want to talk about the suburbanite that is stuck in the suburbs, can't move for whatever reason it is. He's there, so he has to make the best of it. So this is a typical street. This is a bigger street. This is your subdivision. It might have one entrance, might have two entrances. It doesn't matter. And you cannot get everyone in your subdivision on board. They will not. They're not thinking this way. So, but you got a couple buddies. They might be hardcore preppers, they might be just a little bit into the prepping thing, but they're all worried about security. What you can do right now, you have to plan prior to the event. It will give you an exponential greater chance to survive the crisis or to mitigate it, so you can maybe move from that location or relocate together or bring other people in to make your area safer. It's about numbers. It will be a numbers game, but numbers means you're going to have more water, food, a place to put them. Alright, so you have three buddies. Let's just hypothetically say you're married, you might have a couple kids each. So you decided, hey, what are we going to do to increase our security? Well, we're going to act like we are strong points, military strong points, out on the battlefield or out in a foreign country. Each one of us will sort of be an individual little fort, but we're going to position ourselves so all our angles work together, and by helping him defend his property from my property, we're stronger. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put a fence up. We're going to find the money to put up a fence. We're going to deny them quick access to our property by putting a barrier. The barrier can be breached very quickly, so remember that, but it will help you. So what are we going to do? We're going to put up chain link. Maybe we're going to use the privacy fence. You need to look and see. If you put up a privacy fence on the back and you can't see behind it, and these are woods, these are the tops of trees, the bad guy can sneak right up to the fence line. Now, if you have enough people to man that fence line 24/7, then that stopping him from seeing what you have and seeing your movement is great, but it also stops you from seeing his movement. So let's hypothetically say we just went with chain link fence because we don't have enough people right now to secure everything, so we put up chain link fence. Both the guys here put it up. Now let's hypothetically say we want to be able to have some extra poles to maybe put up some tanglefoot or put up some additional fencing, but we have no place to store all these materials. So we're going to go ahead on maybe on this back wall or on all the fencing. And these line posts, not the end posts. The end posts are much bigger. The line posts are smaller on chain link fence. Instead of putting these, I don't know, every 10 feet apart, what happened if we go a little crazy and put them every 5 foot apart? It will definitely make the cost of that fence more expensive, but in a worst case event, I can take every other post out and use that maybe to secure the front of the property. It's just sitting there. I can take it out quickly. They're not cemented in or anything. So with a little bit of work, I can pop that post out, separate it from the chain link fence in no time. And then maybe we have 20 or 30 extra posts between all of us. So we can definitely add some more fencing, make our property more secure. So it's worth looking into. Post and some chain link fence would go a long way. All right, so everyone put the chain link fence up. We worked on it together, or we hired a company to do it. Now, we need some bullet stopping material. Yeah, you can fill sandbags up, but it's called landscaping your yard. Make it look pretty. Make it where you can grow vegetables. So we decided we're going to go with some raised beds. Raised beds, 3 foot wide, will stop most anything. So we made some raised beds. Where are we going to put our raised beds? You might say, let's put them on the back of our property so they're sort of out of the way. But the problem with that is if you can't man that 24/7, the bad guy can sneak up and use your ballistic protection to get behind here, and now he's using your defensive measures against you. So you got to put it where you're going to control it all the time in a grid down situation. So we decided to put a few on this side. Why? Because this is the main entrance that we're going to be affected very quickly if somebody pulls in that we're going to be hostile to us. And now we got a good place. It doesn't look bad. We're raising vegetables, so we got our food taken care of, resupply, and we also have a nice place to defend. Now, granted, right now it looks perfectly normal. The neighbors wouldn't say anything. They're, oh, that looks good. Those are nice tomatoes. Now we can add sandbags to this and supplement it very quickly if we want to. But we got this angle going on here. It's all about angles. My angle, I want to hit the bad guys, and I also want to protect my friends. All right, this guy puts some up here. He doesn't have a good angle at the entrance, but he has a good angle here. If they stop here, this guy has a good angle here. So there is a blind spot here, but if someone tries to come around, we're trying to get an angle. So no matter where the bad guy is, if I can't shoot at him, my buddy can shoot at him. We don't want anybody setting up on us, and we really can't get good shots into them. Our ultimate goal is having two of our positions shoot at their position if they come and set up on us. So we got them in this crossfire. If you've ever been in a crossfire, it's the worst feeling, and you don't want to be there. You don't definitely want to move forward because the chances of you not making it forward is high. So we put these up. We put some up on this side because what we're trying to do is make this invisible line, a defensive line around it. So we want to cover all of the angles. So if I can't shoot at the bad guy that's shooting at me, hopefully this guy, and this is it, look here. If someone sneaks up here trying to put rounds this way into me in my backyard, my buddy has a clean shot. This guy could have a clean shot coming this way. So it's all about angles, multiple angles into the bad guy's location. Next, we set this up. How are we going to talk? Yes, we definitely can get family radios, GMRSs, MERS, and which is awesome. Let's see if we can run some field phone wire. Now these guys will have no problem running field phone wire. These guys might have a little problem getting across the street. Maybe you have a gully or a storm drain under there, a culvert. You can run it through there. Or if you got telephone poles up here and your power's not overhead, maybe you can run it up the telephone pole over, not the electrical line, but the telephone line. Run it across to his pole and then boom, into his house. You guys could bury your wire right now. Put this wire in. Field phones are awesome. No one can intercept them unless they actually cut into your line and splice their telephone in there. So if you could get field phones running at least between these two guys, it will limit your use of the radios. People can jam the radios. People can be using that radio also. So you're going to get a lot of interference from other people using it. So field phones are the way to go. But then you do need to use your radios tactically if you're moving quickly. Your goal is not to be in your house. If you know there's a threat coming, your house is just it's a coffin. It's not designed to fight from. If you look at it, if you look out a window, everywhere there's a wall, there's a blind spot. You can't see out there. So being able to move, because you might need to move very quickly around your property, vice versa, to help your buddy with an angle. Do not defend it from your house. Get outside your house so you can see, you can maneuver. Now remember, you start blasting at bad guys, high-powered rifles, very bad, so be careful. You might want to have a good old 12-gauge shotgun with double-aught buck if somebody gets between your houses. Very effective in stopping them. All right, let's look at some worst case happens. And you need to pick some rally points. Simple. You could have blue, you could have green. This is green. Makes sense. There's woods behind this guy's house. So worst case, if you have to fall back, you just holler green, green, green on the radio or out loud. And everyone knows that wherever you picked your location in these woods, that's where you're going to go, your rally point. Another one could be blue. You might have a seasonal culvert line or a stream or a creek or something small. It might just be rainwater, but that's blue, so you can get in here in blue. You don't have to tell them I'm going to the culvert. You just holler blue, 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 and you're bugging out. Also, you might have a plan called Alamo, Alamo, Alamo. And that might mean he is coming over here. This could probably be made easier to defend if you're getting overrun. So Alamo means this guy is coming. You don't have to say, hey, John, come over to my house. You hear Alamo, you know the plan. Alamo is everyone from here is crossing. This is important so you guys don't shoot him, especially at night. This is the start. I am not going to erase this. I'm going to keep adding. There's a million things I want to tell you about this, how to defend yourself. So first, takeaway, look at your fencing. Chain link, wooden privacy. Next, look at landscaping your property so you don't have to use as many sandbags. And you also have a place to grow vegetables. So this is the start. If you're in the suburbs, don't be discouraged. There's things you can do. Thanks for watching.